Yes. Now, intellectual space. Let's look at that space. It goes directly to our universities.
Yeah.
Okay. What do people who work in the intellectual space in universities produce? Knowledge. Okay. And how many of your current professors have written a book in the last 5 years?
Okay.
Okay. See my house, I have books everywhere.
Yeah.
Written by people in the intellectual space. They write books. They push out their ideas for people to read. Yes, unfortunately, schools, our government, because our universities are predominantly owned by governments, they're doing an incredibly bad job.
Yeah.
They don't fund research. They don't fund anything.
Honestly.
Okay.
Honestly.
Yeah, they're doing incredible bad jobs.
Honestly.
Okay. Now, I've said this for the last 15 years. If you know about Lagos, back then, I don't know if I think it still continues, but I don't know how to the extent. I haven't been in Lagos for a number of years. Back then, I think it's either the third Friday or fourth Friday, when the church on the express road going to Ibadan, they do the monthly whatever. Okay. So a lot of people from every part of Lagos are migrating to that event.
Okay.
The roads in Lagos are blocked. See, sometimes you might leave your office by 6. Okay, a trip that normally takes maybe 30 minutes, you might be on the road for the next 7 hours. Yeah. See, I had to leave the house to go out and stay at the exit gate, waiting for my wife by 3 a.m.
Wow.
She was just coming. I lived in Bagada phase 2. She was coming from Ikeja. Her bank was just out around the what's it called now? Where the government offices are in Ikeja. I can't even remember the name. But normally it takes 20 minutes to drive from her office to the house. By 3 a.m., I had to go and wait for her. Of course, I just arrived home. My office is in the island. I just arrived maybe 1 hour, about 2, based on the same issue. Now, what am I talking about? Our intellectuals in the space of economics, in the space of medicine, in the space of sociology, I've been talking about it. Why don't they sit down, analyze this problem, and write several articles that are published maybe for 1 month, every Saturday, in a national newspaper, maybe in 4 pages in the middle of the newspaper, to engage and educate the people of Lagos about how much wealth they're wasting, how much of their health are decreasing. Tell them everything. Tell them, give them facts about these things, about environmental pollution for cars on the road for hours, traveling within a 20 mile square mile just because of traffic for hours. Have they done it? No. Do I need to tell them to do it? No. They should be smart enough to say, hey, this is what we do. This is what that's my job. So let's come together and do this thing to educate our people. But they haven't done it. They don't write books. They don't write articles that will educate the public. So in truth, have they done anything substantial to help the society they live in? No. Okay. And I have friends right now who are professors in schools. Okay. And I've had one here, and I told her exactly this.
Same thing.
Let them do it. See, nobody needs to tell them these things. If they're passionate about the work, this particular issue is something that they should be passionate about. Okay, and they should be passionate about to tell people about these things. So for yes, the government is doing a bad job, but hey, our intellectuals in our society are doing an incredibly bad jobs. Okay, so that's my view about on these things. Okay, I'm not excusing the government, but I'm also not excusing the intellectuals. Okay, my late mentor, Dr. Festus Yayi, we used to debate some of these things back then. But by the time I used to, before he died, by the time we talked about this, I didn't know so much, but I used to debate some of these things. You know, now I understand more about these things, and I look at it and I say, they're not doing their own work. See, if our lecturers in their little space were passionate enough to do the research and write books, if they write books, yes, maybe more of our people will be interested in reading.
Okay, hopefully.
One, and two, they will make some money. Okay, and maybe some organization will not see the value they bring to the table, to the society, and then they will fund their research.
Okay.